Hey Warrior fam, welcome back to my vlog. For those who don't know me, my name's Amber Gillespie and this is my vlog. So today I get to tell you my birth story. Yeah, interesting. Let me start off by telling you that my birth plan did not go as planned whatsoever. And at the beginning of my pregnancy, I told myself that if my birth plan doesn't go as planned, I'm not going to be upset or distraught at any way of it changing. So just so you know, my birth plan did not go as planned at all. So at the end of this entire vlog, I'm actually going to show a very raw and unedited video of the last 25 minutes of my labor and delivery, where you will get to know the gender of the baby. Since you guys have, if you have been following along, you know that I didn't know the gender at all during my whole entire pregnancy, and we found out when baby came out. So if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to my channel so you can follow along with my life and my journey. So if you watched my last vlog, it was the midwife brew. If you haven't, go back and watch it to see if it works. If you have watched it, you know that it didn't work on me and it was kind of upsetting, but that's fine. So on Monday, November 18th was my due date, and I didn't try the midwife brew, but at 8:45 p.m. I actually just drank castor oil. Yeah, because I wanted to try to get this labor going. So I drank the midwife brew and I was just hanging out with my mom and husband at home, and we decided to go to bed. Well, around 10:46 my contractions started right off the bat at 2.5 minutes apart, consistently. So I didn't get any break. I stayed home for about 2.5 hours before we decided to go to the midwife. So we went to the midwife and I was still having contractions every 2.5 minutes apart. Funny thing is when we were driving, it's about a 15-minute drive from my house to the birth house, and anytime I had a contraction, I made my husband, I was like, you need to pull over, you need to stop. This guy, thank goodness I went into labor in the middle of the night, because he literally stopped in the middle of the road every time I had a contraction. Like, he literally just slowed down and stopped and then waited till it was over. It was the funniest thing. Me and my mom were laughing about it afterwards, obviously. So we got to the midwife and she checked me, and I was only 3 centimeters dilated. So she told me, hey, you should go home and take a bath, relax, just labor from there. So that's what we did. I went home, I took a bath, and again, my contractions were non-stop, 2.5 minutes apart. When I was in the bath, I had decided the contractions were too strong and they were too consistent, and I was only 3 centimeters dilated, so we decided to go to the hospital because I couldn't handle the pain any longer. Like, if I started my labor and they were like longer, I would have been fine, but they were like back to back to back. So I decided to go to the hospital, and we went to the hospital. We showed up around 2 something in the morning, I want to say, on the 19th. And right off the bat, I was like, I need an epidural. I can't stand this pain. So they checked me, and again, I was only 3 centimeters dilated, so they decided to keep me even though I was 3 centimeters dilated. They said because I was already at 40 weeks in 1 day. So as I was getting an epidural, I was obviously still having contractions, and right before I had an epidural, I actually threw up because I was in so much pain. Which, thank goodness, I told them that, because my husband was sitting right in front of me and I probably would have thrown up all on him and I would have felt really bad. So I finally got an epidural, and honestly, It wasn't as bad as I anticipated, obviously, because I was in so much pain, but I was okay with getting an epidural as long as like I was safe, my baby's safe and healthy. We were both perfectly fine. And I just want to add, if you are not weak if you get an epidural, you know, some people can handle the pain, some people can't. Honestly, I thought I could handle the pain, but since my contractions were 2.5 minutes apart, I was like, no. So I got an epidural. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel bad about it. I wanted to be the most comfortable I can be while laboring. Because little did I know I was going to be in labor for 27 hours and 14 minutes. Yeah. And I'm looking at my phone because I have notes on here. So after I got the epidural, they decided to put me on Pitocin. And so they put me on Pitocin to induce my labor, obviously, because I was only 3 centimeters dilated. They broke my water around, I want to say 7 or 8 p.m. And at that point I was already 5 centimeters dilated. And when they broke my water within an hour to an hour and a half, I was at a 10. By that point, my epidural did wear off completely, and I could feel everything. I could feel my legs, I could move, everything. So around 10 o'clock, like I said, it was 10 centimeters dilated, so I was ready to push and everything. But I was far too tired and exhausted, and the pain was super bad because my epidural wore off, that I couldn't handle the pain, obviously. And I told them, I was like, I want a C-section. I'm done. My mom tried to talk me out of it. I used some mean words, and I was like, nope, I just want a C-section. Just take me, cut me, bring out baby, I'll be fine. So they came in and I signed all the papers I signed the paper for it, and my husband was getting dressed and everything. This is the interesting part. So as we were waiting for them to come and get us to get a C-section, this nurse came in. Never seen her. She's not one of my nurses at all. She came in, and this woman came in and was like, Amber, you got this. Our bodies are made for this. You can push this baby out. I was like, no, I can't. I just want a C-section. She's like, and she kept saying like, you got this, let's go. So she started like pushing on my stomach, and she's like, hey, you're having a contraction, push. And she like completely controlled this whole situation, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? Like, no, I decided to get a C-section. And she's like, push. And so I was pushing and everything, and I want to say 11 o'clock came around, 11 p.m. on Tuesday, and I was like, no, they're supposed to come get me for a C-section. But they didn't. And so I kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and it was very loud. I just wanted this baby out of me. It just makes me laugh thinking about the situation now. But after, 3 hours of pushing at 2 a.m., baby Gillespie finally came out, and man, was I so happy and relieved, because like I said, my epidural wore off, and we had a beautiful baby. I couldn't ask for a better experience. The hospital took care of us, me, baby, and my husband, very amazingly. Yeah, it was a great experience. We were in the hospital the 24 hours. Right after I had baby, I was able to get up and walk around and go to the bathroom on my own, everything. Whereas if I got a C-section, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm very thankful that that nurse came in and stepped in, because I feel great. So if you've made it this far into the video, I'm gonna show you the very raw and unedited last part of my labor and delivery, where the gender reveal and name reveal will be said. I hope you enjoy. I will say though, some of the parts, be cautious because of volume. Like if you're listening to this at a very high volume, I would turn it down because there was some screaming. And yeah, so, but there's some funny parts in it, so I hope you enjoy.
Feeling it? Let's put the bed up. Cover down.
Let it do. Tell me when.
That's good.
Good work.
7.
So you ready?
Alright, let's
Let's
go.
do it. Big breath.
Push super hard.
Push, 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 push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Try again. Straight down.
Really?
Big one.
Big one.
Push, push. Right there, right there, right there. As long as you can. Good work. Big breath. Right back at good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. That was the push. One more. Big breath.
Go, go, go,
Straight
Amber.
down to it. Push, 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 push. Keep going. Good work.
Good job. You're at the end, baby. So your back's gonna feel better. You're gonna be out of pain, and you're gonna have your baby in your arms. This is the moment you're waiting for, okay? You're doing it. Strong girl.
Alright. Put this underneath you. No, it's way off on somewhere, some other thing. Yeah. Just sliding a drape underneath you. Good job.
Doing this.
Alright, put some gel here. It goes back up there, doesn't it? Right.
One more big one, baby.
Right
Behind
way
your
back.
legs.
Keep
Think
Good.
about it. Deep breath. And go.
Down.
Hard it. 2, 3, 4. Hard. Deep breath. And again, go for it. Hard.
Yes,
Just like that, Amber.
do that
Again.
again.
Come on.
Harder.
Good.
Harder, Amber,
There you
you're
go.
almost there.
Keep going.
Do one more. Big
Come
one.
on.
Harder.
Come
Right,
on.
right
Come
down
on.
there.
That's the way.
Now just try and hold
I
it a
see
little
hair.
tight if you can. Just try and keep it. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Push if you need to.
Push if you need to.
If it's bothering you sitting there, you can push a little more.
Hey, we're ready for you. My arm's 6 on the phone.
It should come down a few inches.
It's killing me.
I know.
Almost got it.
Almost
So
done.
close.
Look at that baby.
It's up there.
Oh, it is. Maybe it's already
hard work. We get you. Behind your legs.
do
Get in
it.
your zone at the end, okay?
Make it the strong
Oh, you're
heart.
strong. Deep breath.
Push.
Go for it. There you go. Hard, 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 hard.
All right,
Deep
come on,
breath.
let's go.
And go, Amber. Go, go, go.
Push, push,
Keep
push,
going,
push,
keep going,
push,
keep going,
push,
keep going,
push,
keep
push,
going.
push,
Hold it in. Again. Come
Almost
on.
there,
Go, go,
Amber.
go. Hold it in.
Push, push, push,
3,
push, push,
4,
push, push,
5. Again.
Push again.
And again.
Almost
Come on.
there.
Hold it. 2, 3,
Harder,
4.
harder.
Good.
Again. Come on.
Good, good, good.
Hard as you can. Hard as
And breathe. Breathe, breathe.
Push again if you can.
Breathe. There you go. Good job.
Just kind of let it sit there a minute.
It's the baby that goes up with the neck. Okay.
My back is like
I
cramping
know.
really
That's
bad.
because you're at the end. Okay.
No, it's my upper back.
upper
It
back?
hurts so bad.
Okay. I know. I know.
Ah,
We gotta get the baby.
You got like 4 more
know.
pushes, honey.
It's
too
all
many.
uncomfortable. It's
Maybe
all
less.
uncomfortable. I think
Maybe
it'll be
less.
If you push hard, it'll be less.
it's so hard.
I know. I know. Okay, so you're gonna feel burning and pressure. It's your baby's hands, but it's not gonna be long. Okay, you push through that. Okay, don't back off of it. Push through it.
Do though.
This is gonna be over. You'll feel so much better. You'll be so happy. I know. Right here with me.
doing so well. So strong.
Is it on top of that? The stool's right there.
You should just lower the bed.
You want to get close on the baby?
I know it doesn't hurt.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, just again, push this baby.
Okay. Deep breath.
You got
Fill
it.
your lungs
Push.
up. And go.
You got it.
Hold it.
Push, push, push,
Hard,
push,
hard,
push,
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 push. Deep breath. Come on, Amber. Hold it. Hold it in. You
Push,
gotta
push,
push
push.
through
Good.
it. Push, push. Keep going. Deep breath. And again, right back at you.
Now.
And again.
Good.
Hold it in there,
Harder.
just like we've been doing. You gotta hold it. Hold it. There you go. It's okay. Lots of pressure.
Don't back off from it.
There you go. That one's passed.
I don't feel
I know you don't. That's because you're about to have a baby. Okay? I know it is. It's not easy work, but you've done it.
You push super hard on the first push, you'll have the head out. Try not to scream, because all the energy you put into screaming takes away from the push energy.
You want that pressure down there. Put it. Okay.
sitting right there.
All room.
This is lawyer proof.
We don't know.
Don't know. Oh, we're gonna let Daddy say?
We don't want that much pressure.
No? We'll let Michelle say.
Build
Right,
it.
let's go.
Come on, Amber. You know how to get the baby out. Okay? Deep breath. You have to do it. You don't have a choice. Go, go, go. Hard, 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 hard.
Really
Keep going.
super hard.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
More.
Come on, come on, come on. Push through that. Deep breath. Come on, deep breath. Fill your lungs up. And again.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
You're
can.
almost
Yeah, you
there.
can. Right,
Everybody's
yeah.
here cheering you on.
You're right there.
Come on, push.
You have a contraction in between.
There you go.
There you go.
Push, push, going. Just like that. Push into that. Yeah, I think we're coming off contractions. Okay, rest.
That was just a little one.
Yeah, it was. Okay. Pressure, that's normal. That's normal. Try to relax into that. I know your back's hurt. I know your back hurts. That's okay. It's all gonna feel better soon. No, you can't, because you did all this work. You gotta push it out.
Why?
Yeah, because you made it this far. This is your
They have a suction thing. Why can't I do that?
You
If
were
you're not
almost
pushing,
there.
You don't need
doesn't
it.
work. And you don't need it. No, you don't.
Besides,
No,
we
you're
can't
gonna
use
push
it
this
for the
baby right out.
shoulders, so you better do the good pushes yourself.
Okay.
You're starting one. Feel it? Okay. Well, this one's over here.
Alright.
I don't feel one.
It's coming.
Right, push.
Hard, hard, hard.
Harder.
Hard, hard, hard.
Hard, hard, hard.
Get this over with.
Hold it in,
Come on,
hold
pull
it in.
those
There you
legs
go,
back.
there you go.
Legs back, legs back.
Deep breath right back at it. Don't think about it.
There you
And
go.
go.
Push hard.
That's it. Here comes your
Almost
there.
there,
Almost there. Stay in that zone. Stay in that
Keep
zone.
pushing.
Deep breath. Same thing. That's how you're gonna have your baby. That's how you're gonna have your baby. Keep going. There you go. And push. Push the body out so you can be done. Look.
That's our baby.
Oh my god!
So good.
What do you have? A girl.
It's a girl.
At 2 o'clock.
Oh my god! Grandma was right.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yes.
You did it. You never thought you could. I can't believe it.
I don't know how you talk me out of a.
Yeah.
There's a look at her, right? She's so cute.
Oh.
Oh, you got another one? Thank you. There you go.
Go too hard. Her cord's not that long.
Oh my goodness, people. Oh, I love you so much.
No, LOL.
Why are you wearing that? Still.
Basic glitter. That was beautiful. See that? The cap is not centered. There.
There we go. Hi, honey. Come on. That's it. I know. That's a dolphin prize. There we go, sweetie.
I've literally had my eyes closed for the last 2 hours.
We're gonna slap the cord. Dad, are you gonna cut it?
Yes.
Yes,
Alright.
he's going to cut it. Baby girl. My back is cramping so bad.
There's the scissors. And he'll show you where, right in between the two.
What's a girl?
Have you picked out a name for a
It's a
girl?
little rubbery stuff. And then I can cut it a couple times.
We have a couple names for girls, but I don't know if she's
Oh, a little more.
There we go.
Alright. Would you like to move her up so we can see her?
You're awfully quiet. She's not really quiet.
She's not real quiet, but she's breathing. She's looking around. Say hi.
Oh my god, we have a daughter. She has your nose. Hi, baby girl.
More work.
Yeah. How bad did I tear?
Oh, yeah.
You have so much hair too.
Hey, just gonna check to see if it's sore or not.
Ouch.
She's just very mellow. She could probably stand to get a little
Oh, look, she has your temperament too. She's very mellow.
Give me a little push. Get this placenta out.
They need a little push, Amber.
I am. Can you push?
Just wait for your 5 minutes. Yeah, she's just mellow.
Push it out.
Good.
I feel better now. What's that about?
I think I just took a huge dump.
Yep.
You did.
Oh, did I put
Congratulations.
No, not that kind of poop.
Great job.
Just the placenta.
Oh, baby girl, you're so quiet.
She is. She's super mellow.
She doesn't have any cheese either.
Okay, so how about a pleochromic on an SH? Maybe 2 of them. Chromic over P, but the SH part is one.
You just don't worry about that.
No, my
Just gonna push on her belly a bit.
Over P. You might not be able to find the chromic.
can I put my
You can put your leg there, yeah? Yep. Whatever it's
Oh, I can't believe we did it.
No, you did it.
Oh, fucking. Oh, it's, oh.
She's a good smeller.
Just chilling.
Yeah, you do that.
Just mellow.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I would say 8 and 9.
Here's a repeat. It's on the
I don't know how you
CT
do
though.
it.
That one's in there.
You should be so proud of yourself.
They need a
What time was she born? What time was she born?
2 o'clock. How long is that?
Yeah, either one. The pleo's fine.
No, it doesn't look that much. Here, here. You want me to flip her so you can see?
Wasn't say we had her flipped so he could.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got it
It's
down.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at all that hair.
Congratulations, you did it. You did such hard work. And look at all that. She's beautiful. And I'm so proud of Megan on my table because now we know she's a girl.
Well, I was gonna say it's too late to Courtney.
Thank you.
Julie told me she didn't care what time it was. She's like, you call me.
Okay, I'm gonna have to tangle you from some stuff.
There it goes. That's good.
You're okay. You're whole big. I'll work around the rest.
Not for long. Sorry, how about the bed down? Put the bed down.
Bands.
All right, that's good.
Small wheel driver, small spool.
Yeah, everything little.
Taking this off.
I know what we're working
Have
with.
to lay on it.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. You hurt.
Just breathe right through them.
That's nothing to what you just went through. Breathe right through that.
I love you.
Giving you your mama bracelet, okay?
Are you talking to me? I'm sorry.
No,
You're good.
You were
It's a good
just
sign.
fine.
Get some sleep at night.
So this light water is
Oh, I get
7 grams,
Subway.
is that okay?
You get Subway.
As much Subway as you want.
Oh, the light
Oh, my
wanders.
good craving.
Yeah, hopefully that will stay.
Are you looking at Daddy? Oh.
Can you get the sutures that are
I don't want meal still. Meal. Scared?
All right, I'm sorry, this is to
Sorry.
make your uterus quit bleeding. It's
Oh, shit.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. I cuss a lot. I'm sorry.
You done?
Mm. Mm. No.
It's not too tight.
All right, I need this light adjusted.
The light again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's stubborn.
Let's go over this way. Yeah, that's better.
Better?
A little.
And we do.
Congratulations, Mama.
And we do have a name picked out.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it?
He can say it.
Aurora Leon Gillespie.
Because she's a
Are you serious? Oh my god.
Congratulations, guys.
It was good, and now it's moved. Down now.
That's been on my mind for a long time.
Here.
It will spell it correctly.
Now down. Down. Yeah.
That's better.
It's beautiful.
Let's try not to move it again if possible. All right.
I think this
one's not even facing you,
the other one. Yeah, you kiss your.
Also, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel and like this video because it helps me. And yeah, and next video I'm going to be talking about postpartum and how my body's doing and what my body looks like, and yeah, have a good day.